Hello and welcome to Misti Arts and Crafts. Hello to anybody who is joining the premiere or joining in later. I'm Libby and I'll be in the comments today to answer any questions and talk to you guys. This is an extra special video and we're doing a premiere today because this is June 23rd was the first birthday of Misti Arts and Crafts and this YouTube channel, so I'm really excited. I'm going to share more about that, but for now I wanted to get into the card and explain what I'm doing here. So I've opened up Cricut Design Space on my computer and I have placed a 5.5 tall by 8.5 wide square in there. It's more like a rectangle, but yes, that will be big enough for our card base, and I just added a score line down the middle so that I knew where the front and the back of the card was. And then I'm going to place a circle where I think it's going to work. I actually had to change it to 2.75 by 2.75 inches, but then I just lined it up in the center of the panel. I actually had to go back and make it more even because it wasn't, and then I will click slice, and then I can just delete that circle in there and you have a nice shaker window. I will then create a mask, so I'm going to bring in a square here. I'm going to make it about 4.25 by 4.25 so it will fit the front of my card base nicely. I'm then going to bring in a 2.75 by 2.75 inch circle, and I will slice that as well. I'm going to delete those circles in there, and then we have a nice mask. I actually did not think it through very much at the beginning, so I had to go back and add some more images. Another thing to note is that this link will be in there if you have a Cricut and want to create this card or one similar. I am going to leave the link for this file down in the description box so that you can use it for free. I did go back and change any of the mistakes that you see in here, so it is all it will all work for your card. And so yeah, I'm then going to create a panel here. As you can see, this one is 3.75 by 5. I'm going to do some quick and simple math on this calculator just to show you, to line it up in the center, because I didn't do that on the card base and it got messed up and I had to redo it. So I did do some quick math there. And then I'm just going to line it up with the front of the card so that I can make sure that it is lined up with the circle in the front so that we don't have any more mess ups as well. So I had to just move that up a smidge and it looked like it fit just fine. So again, I'm just going to slice that out and delete those circles inside. Once I have that, you will also need 2 of these. You'll need to cut 2 of these for your card today. I'm then going to create another card for the inside, so I'm going to weld these 2 circles together. I had to make them bigger to fit what I was going to do, but yeah, there's that. I've cut this panel out of gray, or a light gray cardstock, and I'm going to be using this background stamp to stamp with Versamark ink onto the front to give it a little bit more interest than just a plain gray. And then I will add some white embossing powder over the whole thing, and I will heat set that. I did have a few mess ups here because I didn't use the anti-static powder tool that I will have to go back and fix, but yeah, I'm just going to heat set the whole thing except for that little messed up area. I'm going to go back and do that, or I'm going to go fix that, and then I will heat set it again. This is the perfect time to talk a little bit more about the first year for this channel. I have gotten 1.1 thousand views, 47 hours of watch time, and 33 subscribers, which I think is really great, and I can't wait to see where it goes into the future. So I'm so grateful and thankful for all of the subscribers and people who have watched my channel. So yeah, back to the card. I am going to put this mask up to the light, make sure it's lined up and everything. I will tape it down, and then I taped it to the surface, with some dot runner, which is removable. I just made sure it stuck on the table so I would have less moving while I was ink blending. I'm going to be using the colors Saltwater Taffy, Mustard Seed, and Salvaged Patina to blend these. And these are really cool colors together, and they kind of create a rainbow, so I thought it was nice and just some fun colors of Distress Oxide inks to use for this. And I'm just going to be using some domed blender foams for this to just kind of color it on, and then you can see it's a really nice image there. I'll remove the tape and then we're pretty much good to go. So you also need a few pieces of acetate for this. They're just small square pieces of acetate that I just cut by hand. I then added some double-sided tape all the way around the inside, on the inside of the card, that circle I added all around, took the backer off, and then I'm going to place one of the acetate sheets in there. I did wipe the sheet off first. Here you can see the second panel. I cut that out of white. I'm adding some double-sided adhesive to the back, and then I will place that in the front. This just helps to give a clean look on the inside as well, and it also gives it a little bit more stability because we are going to add a whole shaker onto the front, so it does help. Then I'm going to do the exact same thing here, add that a double-sided adhesive to the back, place this piece of acetate onto there, and then we will add some foam tape. So I do like to double up my foam tape when I'm doing shaker cards so the shaker bits and confetti stuff have more room to move. So here I folded it in half, and I wanted to go around the circle with this, but it just was too tight, so I decided to put it on the bottom there, and it worked just fine like that. So yeah. And then this one, I cut a big strip and I'm just going to cut it in half. I suggest you keep the top layer of backer tape on it because it is hard to cut that way. But I'm just going to bend it around the circle. Once you've cut it, then you can take off the adhesive because it's easier to bend around the circle that way. But yeah, I'm just adding it all the way around the circle. You want really minimal gaps so that your shaker goodies don't fall out. So yeah, you can have small ones, especially if you have bigger confetti or whatever you want to put inside. I'll add a double layer to that and fill in the rest of the spots. And then we have it pretty much all set up to add the shaker goodies and get this ready. I did want to clean off the shaker windows one more time just to make sure that they were really clean and you could see all the way through to the inside of the card, because I thought that was a really unique element for this card. So I'm going to add some anti-static powder to those windows because I want the shaker goodies to mix as much as possible and shake as much as possible. So I have these clay hearts, and I only wanted the white and the pink ones because I thought they matched the best. So I just pulled some of those out and put them in the window. I also have these like white iridescent ones. I pulled out most of the big ones because I felt like they took up too much room. Then I have these clear ones that are the same, or like they're similar style, and so I just took out those big ones as well. So then we have just some extra color. And then I have these ones from Hero Arts. I like the stars and kind of the white again, so I took out most of the blue ones. I do have some like blue iridescent ones kind of, but I didn't like the clear blue ones. I felt like they were too bold. So yeah, but that was that. I realized and then I'm going to put these little star holographic ones in there, and I thought that added a cool look. Last week we put in the sequins a little late, so I decided I was going to learn from my lesson and do it differently. But for this card, it's not the best to do it in later because they spill all over and it's kind of hard. But I did finally get it to come together. I suggest that you look through the card to line it up that way. And then I did find that some shaker bits still fell out, so it might be best to put them in now when you have it lifted up. But either way works in the end. So once I had them all in there, I just closed off, or I sealed it, and then that was that. I'm going to add the little card to the front, and so I just added some double-sided adhesive, and I'm looking through the front window just to make sure that I have it lined up nicely there. I'll press it down, and then we need a sentiment for this card. So I decided the sentiment should go on the inside little circle card because I thought it was a little bit more fun that way and gave a little extra surprise. So yeah, I picked this one that was kind of in like a circle shape. I thought it would fit nicely onto the card. I messed up stamping the first time, so I just added some anti-static powder tool and started again, which seemed to work much better. It was a new stamp, but I did get it to work, and so I'm going to just stamp it a few times to make sure that I get it really, really good and a nice stamped image. And then I'm going to bring in white embossing powder again to the ink. This is Versamark ink again, and I will heat set that. And that pretty much finishes off our card. I thought this one was an extra special card for 1 year of YouTube and my arts and crafts. So yeah, thank you everybody who has helped my channel in any way, and I can't wait for more. So yeah, here is the final card. You can write a message on the inside. And it's just kind of really fun, surprising card that I'm sure anybody would have fun with and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and come back next Tuesday for a new video. If you are interested in any of the supplies I used today, check the description box below. For more inspiration, please consider liking and subscribing, and for even more inspiration and updates, check out my Instagram and Pinterest accounts at Misti Arts and Crafts. Have a great day. See you soon.